Hey there, YouTube. Scott Stevens here. How you doing this afternoon? Welcome to another edition of WWE 2K22 Universe. This today happens to be episode number 69 of Universe Mode, and today we have coming at you WCW's Monday Nitro, following the WCW pay-per-view the other day, Super Brawl. What a card it was. Hey, Bonnie. Number one today. Bonnie's first. And we have all of the new champions making appearances here on Monday Nitro today. And there were 4 title changes. Also, before I forget, on the channel right now, we have a poll going up for what will be the next WWF pay-per-view event. See if I can remember. The choices are Fastlane, Elimination Chamber, and Cyber Sunday. That's right. So you can go on and take part in that poll and decide what will be the next World Wrestling Federation pay-per-view. Speaking of pay-per-views, WrestleMania started yesterday in real life, the real WrestleMania. And I saw a lot of highlights today, and there was a couple of things that struck me that I just wanted to mention real quick. First of all, I don't know who was doing the play-by-play. I'm not really up on who's doing the play-by-play anymore. To me, it'll always be Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan, but and I know it wasn't them, but whoever was doing it yesterday during the Sami Zayn match, as Sami Zayn was about to beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Hey there, Godspeed. Thanks for joining, man. Hope you're doing well today. I know you were at WrestleMania yesterday. I know you're going back today. You probably didn't hear this because you were there. Adam Cole, okay. You weren't watching on TV, so you didn't hear it. But right before Sami Zayn went to put that final boot in the face of Gunther, Cole said, "Do you believe in miracles?" Now, come on, man. He compared the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team to Sami Zayn beating Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. 2 nobodies as far as I'm concerned, but there's no comparison, man. What a disservice to one of Al Michaels' best sports quotes of all time. Do you believe in miracles? Stupid, man, stupid. And the female ring announcer, I don't know what you thought, Godspeed, from being there, but from what I saw, and I saw a lot of highlights today, I watched a lot of them, she's terrible from what I saw on the highlights. And that's it. He's, what you tell your dad? Your dad's sleeping? So, it looked like it was a fun event to be at, but that was just, that was just terrible using that "do you believe in miracles" on Sami Zayn and Gunther. Come on. When I hear the name Gunther, I think of the guy who was working behind the counter at Central Perk and Friends. But, that's just, that was just, I don't know if he was trying to be cool or what, but come on. If you're going to use that quote, use it for much, much bigger names than Sami Zayn and Gunther. He's hungover. That's funny. Yeah, so that's my take on WrestleMania from last night. I don't have anything else to say other than I saw during the highlights of the Becky Lynch Rhea Ripley match. I saw some. I didn't see the whole match. I just saw some highlights. I saw some pretty bad portrayals from Becky Lynch of throwing punches that weren't even coming close to Ripley's head, and that kind of stuck out because Becky Lynch is usually better than that, and I happened to pick that up. So that's my take on that. All right. I did some tweaking to the rosters here. We had a couple of retirements the other day, so You can see now that there's 77 participants in WCW, and there are 78 in World Wrestling Federation. So they are pretty much even now. Oh, was she? Okay, Gatsby, that might explain it. Because what I saw today was not impressive in the highlights. So that would explain it. She might have been off then. So you can see a lot of the World Wrestling Federation stars are the older guys. The newer current ones I put in WCW for the time being because there's just not a lot of WCW/NWA guys in there. But you can see the current rivalries going on. Goldberg and X-Pac are battling for that hardcore championship. They are officially in a feud now. Sting and Baron Von Raschke continue their feud, and a new one, Scott Hall and Bad Bob Cook. I don't know if I said this already. I think I did. There's a poll up right now to choose the next pay-per-view for the World Wrestling Federation, which will take part. It'll take place on this Sunday before Halloween Havoc. So we got a little bit of time. Last I checked, Elimination Chamber was in the lead. All right, let's take a look at the card tonight. Today's preview is brought to you by the WWE Shop. Use the link in the description below to get all of your favorite WWE apparel, merchandise, and memorabilia at the WWE Shop. They have specials going on every single day on their website. Definitely check it out. Definitely use the link in the description below to get there, the WWE Shop. All right, we got the Blue Blazer taking on Eddie Guerrero. Hollywood Hogan is your new United States champion. He'll take on Nick Bockwinkel. The new tag team champions, the Red Army. They will battle the Outsiders. Gorgeous George takes on Bob Cook. The other Eddie Guerrero, that's not a duplicate, is it? It is not. It is Eddie Guerrero 97. So we got two Eddie Guerreros on today. Doesn't matter, though. He's getting in the ring with the new World Heavyweight Champion, Dusty Rhodes. Dethroned Rey Mysterio. Finally, somebody beat him. And Dusty Rhodes is your new World Heavyweight Champion. Non-title match there. Sting and Baron Von Raschke continue their feud. John Cena takes on Sting. There's one of the more current WWE guys I was talking about that I put in WCW to even things out for the time being. And the main event, Goldberg and X-Pac. Goldberg won the title. Now X-Pac has to beat him to earn another title shot. But it's a feud, so we have not seen the last of them. Before we start the show, I just want to touch on a couple of things. First of all, I got my merchandise all set for the Talon Twisters. You can go to the top of the channel here under the link that says store. It's up there at the top with playlists and community. Click on the store. It'll bring you all kinds of featured items that YouTube chooses to put up. And then you click on one of those and it'll bring you right to the store. I have some book cover material up there. Lots of Talon Twisters merchandise. And no hats, though. No hats, because the hats just looked absolutely terrible. I don't want anybody spending money on a crap product, so no hats, sadly, because I love wearing hats, but nothing there. But we got t-shirts, sweatshirts, coffee cups, all different kinds of stuff. I'm going to be putting more of my book covers up there over the next few days, so there'll be more stuff on there. But over the next 2 weeks, you get 15% off all orders since it's a new store. They got a special going on, 15% off all purchases on my merchandise store. So make sure you check that out. It's up at the top of the link, top of the channel here under store. And there's some really cool stuff up there as well. All right, that's it. I don't really need to go into anything else right now. Let's start the action. Let's start the show. And then we will start the action. So I'm guessing you guys had a good time, Godspeed? That's cool, man. That's cool. She sounded all right, Godspeed. Thank you for asking. I talked to her yesterday. I think yesterday was a good day for her. I haven't talked to her yet today. But I think yesterday was a good day for her. I know she went to the movies.
We welcome you to Monday Nitro. Tonight will truly be the
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm sure you did. That's a lot of good stuff going on there. We're in Davenport, Iowa. I've been to Davenport, Iowa. It's part of the Quad Cities up in northern Illinois, where Illinois and Iowa come together. Not northern Illinois, kind of central northern. It's a pretty cool little area up there. All right, let's see. We got the Blue Blazer taking on Eddie Guerrero. First match of the evening. Let me know who you think is going to get the victory here tonight. It was windy. Yeah, I saw some weather clips from up there. Yeah, it looked like it was kind of gnarly in some places. I'm going to go with Eddie Guerrero to get the victory here. Godspeed is going to choose Eddie as well. We got a double dose of Eddie Guerrero today. That's rare.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Weighing in at 220 pounds. Boom!
Blue Blazer. Of course, Owen Hart turned in his paperwork. He had to retire after losing to Brett at Super Brawl. The Blue Blazer is still around, though. Yeah, Davenport, Iowa, part of the Quad Cities. They used to have a minor league hockey team up there called the Quad City Mallards. They won the title. I think they were in the United States Hockey League way back, long time ago. So I had front row for a Sammy Hagar concert up in Davenport, Iowa one year.
Weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero.
As a matter of fact, that was Sammy Hagar's first concert of his first tour. It was the opening show of his first tour after leaving Van Halen. It was right there in Quad Cities. Can't remember what the arena has a new name now, but it was called. Can't remember what it was called at the time. The Mark. It was called the Mark. That's right. Yeah, I saw a Rock and Roman one last night. I saw the match was almost an hour long.
Eddie Guerrero, always known for his incredible.
Somebody was saying this morning it was too long.
Sports entertainment.
The Devils won last night. They beat the. I don't know who the hell they beat. Oh, the Ottawa Senators. So slim playoff hopes are still alive, and I mean the slimmest of slim. They're 5 points out with 10 points left on the schedule.
Eddie Guerrero has so many ways to defeat opponents.
Couple of fights last night, Nico Heischer. That Brady Tkachuk, man, he is a psycho dude. Got all upset. The puck went into the empty net at the end of the game. Nico Heischer could have scored into the empty net, decided not to. Wasn't necessary. The game was over. And for being a gentleman and just letting the puck go, which had happened to go in the net, but he didn't take a shot. He just let it go. He was attacked viciously by Brady Tkachuk. Psycho, man. Devils are playing again tonight. Obviously, that's why I'm here. Look at Eddie. Nice move. Gets a 2 count on the Blue Blazer. How was the weather last night, Godspeed? It was windy. Was it raining? I know I saw it had rained earlier in the day. Nice right hand there by the Blue Blazer.
Stop him from malfeasance and know when you can perhaps get one over on the team.
There's an elbow right to the middle of the face. Blue Blazer. Oh, look at Eddie Guerrero. Nice drop kick. Oh, double stomp on the arm.
He's taking some good hits.
Oh my God, it was only 47 degrees. Holy shit, I'm glad I wasn't there. I would have been miserable. I saw earlier in the day it had been raining. Somebody was filming live outside of the arena, the stadium, and it was raining out. At least it didn't rain when you were there. That's cool. But that 47 degrees, no, that's not my type of weather, man. Wow.
He's trying to intimidate his opponent one more time, but he's got to strike soon.
Is the referee even counting? Oh, he's at 3 now.
Eddie gets countered.
Nice reversal there by the Blazer. Boot to the midsection. DDT out on the floor here at the Mark. That's where we are, the Mark in Davenport, Iowa. And Eddie slammed hard into the steel stairs.
He is revving up the engine. He's not going to let anything stop.
Blazers are going to take a rest. Count is at 6. Looks like a sellout crowd here in Davenport. Yeah, I'll bet you were, Godspeed. I'll bet you were. Although in Philadelphia there, most of the people there shouldn't have been cold. People that live in Philadelphia should be used to it. But I'm sure you have people coming from all over the country to go there, so there's probably a bunch of warm weather people up there. Yeah, that would have been me. You would have been laughing at me. I'd have been buying me a big WWE winter parka. Wow. Scoop slam out on the floor by the Blue Blazer, and he is really taking it to Eddie Guerrero right now. Ref's count is at 6, and once again the Blazer tossing Eddie Guerrero hard into those steel stairs. Boot to the midsection, another DDT, second one delivered by the Blue Blazer on Eddie Guerrero. Ref's count is at 8. It's snowing up in Canada. Wow. Ref's count is at 9. Blazer's going to get back in, and he gets back out to reset the count. What a stupid move by the Blue Blazer. He had a count out. He had a count out. Instead, he gets back outside the ring. Now he's been busted open, thanks to an Eddie Guerrero DDT on the floor. Both men bleeding now, but Blue Blazer had this match won. At the count of 9, he got back in the ring, and all he had to do was stand there, and he had a count out. Once again, the AI acting ridiculous in this game. Snowing in Canada, wow. It was cold down here. It was 57 last night overnight. Which down here, that's cold as shit, man. Nice suplex there by Eddie Guerrero out on the floor. The Blue Blazer, who should be walking home with a victory right now, on the receiving end, and now slammed into the barricade from Eddie Guerrero. Blazer could have had a nice feather in his cap with a victory over Eddie Guerrero. He risked it all to do more damage, and I have a funny feeling it's going to work against him. One? He's been out there for 45 seconds. Big knee lift by Eddie Guerrero. Reversal there by the Blue Blazer. Yeah, I'll bet. Man, it was... Well, the Usos were there. I mean, pretty much all of the Bloodline family that's still alive was there last night.
He just can't be stopped now. Latino Heat thinking he can close this one out. This could be the beginning of the end.
Eddie Guerrero's got the sharpshooter locked on. The Blue Blazer outside the ring. He's not going to get the win. The count is at 6. Blazer being bent the wrong way on the floor outside here at the Mark in Davenport, Iowa. A bloody Eddie Guerrero hops over the rope and then right back out to the floor to reset the count. Blazer, once again, as I said, should have had a victory. He had a count-out victory. All he had to do was wait half a second, and he couldn't. Here comes Eddie Guerrero now. He's looking to get the win himself, and he does. Eddie Guerrero with a 3 count over the Blue Blazer, and the Blazer really let that one slip away.
Here is your winner, Eddie Guerrero.
Both men bloodied up. The Blue Blazer got in the ring at the count of 9. All he had to do was stand there for half a second. The count of 10 would have ended the match, and he would have got the win. But he got greedy, went back outside for more, and Eddie Guerrero laid the beat down on him. 2.5 stars, your official match rating. Eddie Guerrero gets a win he never should have got. He got a 3 count on the Blue Blazer. The Blazer really blew that one. There's your AI at work. Thanks, 2K. All right, second match of the evening, and we're going to get our first look at the new United States champion, Hollywood Hogan, a non-title match against Nick Bockwinkel. Hogan beat Yokozuna for the United States Championship at Super Brawl. I'm going to go with Hollywood Hogan to get the victory. Title's not on the line here. Godspeed says Bockwinkel's going to get the win. Let's send it down to ringside here at the mark and get your introductions and our first look at Hollywood Hogan with the title.
The third man has arrived. The undisputed leader of the New World Order.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 302 pounds, the WCW United States Champion, Hollywood Hogan.
This man changed sports entertainment history on July 7th, 1996.
Oh, that night broke my heart. Hulk Hogan turned his back on WCW, his Hulkamaniacs, and all of his allies to form the New World Order.
Hollywood Hogan defeated Yokozuna at Super Brawl. Love him or hate him, you got to give him credit. He didn't cut any corners. He tried to cut corners. At one point, he tried to pin the big man with both of his feet on the second rope for extra leverage. That pin attempt was not successful. But just a few minutes later, he was successful with a regular pinfall and got a 3 count on Yokozuna. So love him or hate him, you got to give him credit. He beat Yokozuna legit, fair and square in the ring, and he earned that United States Championship. Yokozuna packed his duds and headed over to the World Wrestling Federation after the card was completed. So he will not be attempting to regain the title. Much to the happiness of Hollywood Hogan, I might add.
One of the best superstars around.
And his opponent from Beverly Hills, California, weighing in at 228 pounds, Nick
Winkle, Nick Bockwinkel. Tomorrow's live stream will be at normal time, 6:30 tomorrow.
For once, I like everything I'm hearing from you.
Don't forget the new merchandise store is open here on the channel. Just go to the store tab up at the top menu. Lots of Tall and Twisters merchandise. I got some Twister Town stuff up there, some 30 minutes book cover stuff. I'll add the other book covers over the next few days, but for the next 2 weeks on the store, 15% off all orders, so make sure you jump on that before that comes to an end. The prices on there are very reasonable, though. They're very reasonable anyway. But you'll get an additional 15% off if you visit the store and do what you're going to do within the next 2 weeks. And there's a lot of cool stuff on there. I spent a lot of time putting that stuff together once the logos for the Tall and Twisters were completed.
And you are looking at one of the most unshakable superstars on the roster.
Hollywood Hogan and Nick Bockwinkel. Hogan, his first match as the United States Champion. Title's not on the line, but he's facing Nick Bockwinkel. Look at the size difference between Hogan and Bockwinkel. Quick elbow to the chest there by Hollywood. And a boot rake to the eyes. He's got the claw hold in the trapezius area. I don't think a single wrestler in the history of wrestling has submitted to that hold. They like to push it here in 2K22, though. Bockwinkel drops a knee on the elbow there. I'm just about feeling back to 100% again. You can tell just reminded me, my voice just cracked a little bit there, but 2 days off. And my voice is just about back to where it was. Going to meet with my knee surgeon tomorrow. Find out what the hell is going on with my knee. It never healed after my ACL surgery, what, a year and a half ago. So going back to see her again tomorrow, and I think she's going to want to do another surgery. I had my MRI a couple of weeks back. She's going to read it and tell me what bad news is on the horizon. Hogan and Bockwinkel going toe-to-toe here. Uppercut forearm. Hogan stunned back into the corner. Bockwinkel hopping up to the second turnbuckle, and he's going to put a Dragon Sleeper on the U.S. champion. Hogan just about out. Bockwinkel's going to follow him over there. Went for the stomp and missed. Nice block there by Bockwinkel, though. Irish whips Hollywood hard into the corner. Hogan off the ropes. That was a clusterfuck right there. Hogan with the side headlock and a punch right to the top of the head. Bockwinkel ducked. And no, he didn't duck out of that one. He just ate the bottom of Hogan's boot. Boot.
I am in shock.
Foot and boot combined. Hogan right to the middle of the face of Bockwinkel. He never saw it coming. Hogan off the ropes. Leg drop. Hits the mark. That's going to be it. Hollywood Hogan hooks the leg. I think Nick Bockwinkel is finished. And he is. Hollywood Hogan victorious over Nick Bockwinkel in a very definitive ass kicking here in Davenport. Here's your winner, Hollywood Hogan. Bockwinkel wanted to shake his hand. I wouldn't shake his hand. He just whooped your ass, boy.
Tremendous sportsmanship.
That was an embarrassing performance by Nick Bockwinkel. Hollywood Hogan wins his first match as the United States champion. 2.5 stars is your official match rating. Title was not on the line. Hollywood Hogan just destroyed Nick Bockwinkel. That wasn't even close to being competitive. All right, next up we have the new tag team champions in the house, the Red Army, Nikita Koloff and Ivan Koloff. They will be battling the Outsiders here. Title is not on the line. Wow, that's a lot of beer. Wow. Godspeed says the Outsiders are going to get the win. I'm going to go along with that. Title's not on the line here. The Red Army making their first appearance as the tag team champions. As promised, the East West Connection, after losing the title, they packed their duds. They joined Yokozuna over in the World Wrestling Federation after Super Brawl was completed. Let's send this one down to ringside. Title's not on the line here tonight. $800 on beer. That is ridiculous, man. And knowing at WrestleMania, I wonder how much beer was. What was that, 4 beers? I'm sure the prices were ridiculous.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 608 pounds, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the Outsiders.
Matches like these, with talent of this
wow.
caliber, this is why sports entertainment
$20 a beer. That is ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. There's the Outsiders, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, looking to prove themselves worthy of a shot at the titles with the new champions. The Red Army, Ivan Koloff and Nikita Koloff, bringing the gold out here momentarily for the first time. The Outsiders will be looking for a shot at that title, at those titles, if they can secure a victory here tonight in Davenport, Iowa. At the mark, here they come. The new WCW World Tag Team Champions. There they are, Ivan Koloff and Nikita Koloff wearing that gold. They beat the East-West Connection at Super Brawl.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 546 pounds, the WCW World Tag Team Champions, the Red Army.
Ivan Koloff and Nikita Koloff. You only slept for 2 hours? Wow, I believe it though. I believe it. I bet you were all hyped up by the time that shit got done last night. That's cool though. I mean, these trips that you're taking there, man, they're like once-in-a-lifetime trips. You know, live it up. Your new WCW Tag Team Champions, the Red Army. I'll bet. I'll bet, Godspeed. All right, there's Nikita Koloff. He's going to start things off for the champs. Scott Hall going to start things off for the Outsiders.
That are itching to make an impact on tonight's event. You don't have to look any further than these two.
Nikita with the good start, choking out Scott Hall to start things off. Good strategy to slow down your opponent right off the bat.
In full control here. Face first in the turnbuckle.
Hard into that turnbuckle. Solid right hand. Two of them to the face. Nikita working over Scott Hall pretty good here at the beginning of the bout. Nikita's got him by the throat. Choke slam. Nikita Koloff on Scott Hall. Boot to the midsection. He went twice though, and Scott Hall blocked that second one. Nikita got a little excited there and a little ahead of himself, telegraphed the second one. Although he just made a nice reversal. And the Irish whips Hall hard into the corner, follows him in there, and walked right into the back of Hall's elbow. Big clothesline by Scott. He gets over there and makes the tag, and here comes Kevin Nash. Nikita was waiting for him, only to take a couple elbows to the side of the head. Nash went for the big back elbow and missed. He's got Nikita out onto the ring apron now. He's going to bring him back inside the ring the hard way. Face hard into the canvas, and now Nash rubbing the face into the canvas. Kevin Nash. He's going to climb up to the top turnbuckle. Ivan was going to do something about it. He decided not to. And Kevin Nash nails Nikita with a big elbow off the top turnbuckle. Nash goes for the cover.
And he has the shoulder up before two. Still in it. Oh,
We got the other day, Godspeed. We got front came through the other day.
Can he do it here?
We get the way Florida sticks out
It'll take more than that to hold him down.
from the rest of the country, you know, the peninsula. We get a lot of weather fronts from the Gulf of Mexico going to the Atlantic and vice versa too. And we get, and all they do is they build up when they're out over the Gulf, and then they come on land at mega strength. And we get those fronts, and they come through with some gnarly storms. We get those quite often down here. But we got them the other day, but there was some damage in the area, but we didn't get any. But when you see that big line on the radar and it's red, yellow, and purple, and green is usually the lightest, but red, yellow, purple, you always have an uneasy feeling when that shit is coming at you. Scott Hall gets the 2 count.
Dangerously close to ending it all there.
Nikita trying to make the tag. He's right there in the corner. All he has to do is put his hand up, and he wouldn't. Ivan was ready. Nikita wouldn't tag him, and he suffers a choke slam in the hands of Scott Hall.
Tag switching it
If he had made the tag, he would not have been the recipient of that. Now Kevin Nash goes right for the cover. Ivan right there, wrong corner to try the pin attempt, and Ivan broke it up quickly.
He's reminding his competition that they'll only ever be second best.
Nash took a knee right to the face from Nikita Koloff. I don't think Ivan's been in the match at all. Toss slam there. Nikita Koloff. Solid right hands to the middle of Kevin Nash's face. Nash gets up swinging. Dropped his throat across the top rope. Nash goes for the cover. It's only a 2 count.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. No one can.
I don't know, man.
And he's coming in hot.
I think I'd rather have snow. Wow, Ivan gets into the match and eats the bottom of Kevin Nash's boot. It's a tough decision on that, Godspeed. You know, snow comes with cold, which I hate. Storms come with thunder, lightning, flooding rains, damaging winds, 60, 70, 80 mile an hour wind gusts. Tough decision. We're just used to the storms, though. Nikita Koloff got Scott Hall off the top turnbuckle there. Got him for a 2 count. Usually we know when they're coming. You know, it's because, I mean, we check the weather all the time, so you have to when you live in Florida. So you usually have about a day's notice, sometimes 2, when those big fronts are going to come through. Look at this. Oh, he was, I'm not sure what, I think he was trying for a belly-to-belly, and Nash was having none of it. Nice reversal by Kevin. And I believe that's Nikita back in the ring. Snake eyes on the top turnbuckle. Or is that Ivan? I can't tell. 2 snake eyes across the top turnbuckle. Kevin Nash goes for the clothesline, or for the cover, and sorry, that was Nikita. Ivan came in and made the save. And Nash tosses him over the top rope out onto the floor. Here at the mark in Davenport. Hip drop. Nash on Nikita. Scott Hall just getting to his feet outside the ring. Double hands. He's choking him out, and Nikita raked the eyes of Kevin Nash to get out of the hold. Jaw suplex there by Nikita. Nikita really holding his own here. Usually Ivan Koloff is the one who carries the team, but Nikita's doing very well here today. Couple of knees in the midsection there, and Kevin Nash is really feeling that. And he's down. Nikita Koloff stomping the breath right out of Kevin Nash. He's going for the cover. Nikita, not even a 1 count. Kevin Nash kicked out pretty quickly. But Nikita's still in control, a knee lift. And Kevin Nash is in a world of hurt. Running clothesline by Nikita, and Nash is down once again.
We are seeing a next level performance from these competitors.
Nash has his head slammed into the top turnbuckle and then throws up an elbow, and that gets Nikita off of him for a moment. Knee lift. And now Nikita's down. Nash goes for the cover. 2.5 count.
But now is not the time to bask in disbelief.
Nikita kicks out. He needs to make a tag. He's been in the ring for a long time. And now his head gets slammed into the turnbuckle, but nice reversal. And then Nash with a reversal of his own. Big clothesline. Nikita's down. Nash makes the tag. Here comes Scott Hall. He is lining him up. Brings them in. Scott Hall's got him up. Razor's Edge on the way. Nikita Koloff on the receiving end. Scott Hall goes for the cover. He's in the wrong corner, though, and Ivan Koloff comes in quickly to make the save.
Here's Nash into a rough landing on the outside. Uh-oh, get ready to...
Scott Hall, patented elbow. Nikita's in trouble. Scott Hall, what's he doing? He's got that version of the camel clutch. Fingers in the nose, the eyes, the mouth. He's bending Nikita in half the wrong way. Ivan's busy outside the ring with Nash. Nikita's in trouble. Scott goes for a cover here. It's all over. He's not going to. He's going to go for a choke slam. No, he's not. Nikita threw an elbow and got out of it. He knew what was coming. But Hall still in control. Solid right hand to the top of the head. Cross suplex there by Scott Hall. He should try and finish him off here. Nikita's in a bad way.
Definitely not where you want to be right now.
And Ivan is outside the ring. Throat first on the top rope is Nikita Koloff. Scott Hall. He's just not going for the victory here. Stomping away on the fingers. It was a beautiful opportunity to go for the pinfall when Ivan Koloff was busy outside the ring. That's no longer the case. Ivan's still outside the ring, but he's paying attention, and now he's back on the ring apron, so now he can break up any pin attempts by the outsiders. So Scott Hall, big mistake there. Kevin Nash has Nikita in. Now he's up. Jackknife powerbomb. Nash goes for the cover, and Ivan Koloff comes in to make the save. The outsiders really had a good opportunity to win this match, and Scott Hall did not take advantage of it.
Gotta find a way to get out of this.
Nash has Nikita. Snake Eyes in the corner, right across that top turnbuckle. And Nash is bringing him in again. I see another jackknife powerbomb. There it is. And once again, Nash is going to go for the cover. And he gets a 3 count. Ivan Koloff didn't even come in and try and break it up. The outsiders get the win, and they will get a shot at the tag team title at Halloween Havoc. And they're going to continue the assault. They're working over Ivan. Scott's pushing Ivan out of the ring, and now Kevin Nash going to work on Nikita Koloff. He's taking a lot of punishment in this bout. They're going to double team him. Nash going to toss him out of the ring. The outsiders have taken over the ring, and they are going to get a shot at the tag team championship at Halloween Havoc. Great match indeed. Four stars is your official match rating. The outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, get the win over the new tag team champions. Non-title bout here, but they have secured themselves a shot at the gold. The Red Army put up a good fight, but not a lot of team chemistry in that match. Nikita was in there for way too long. And Ivan didn't even come in to try and help him at the end. So I'm sure they'll be having that discussion once they hit the locker room. Next up, we got Bob Cook. He's in a feud with the other Scott Hall, the NWO Scott Hall. But tonight, here in Davenport, he's scheduled to go up against Gorgeous George. Should be a good match. Let me know who you guys think is going to get the victory. I'm going to go with Mr. Cook. Always pick the cooker. Bob's actually been on a pretty good run lately. Godspeed says the cooker's going to get the win. Let's send it down to ringside here at the Mark. Bob Cook and Gorgeous George.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Sarasota, Florida. Weighing in at 262 pounds, Bad Bob Cook. And guys, this looks to be a match with major implications here in WWE.
Bad Bob Cook's in a feud with Scott Hall. Cook's beaten Scott Hall twice, the NWO version of Scott Hall. Bob's beaten him twice. Hall not happy about it, and they are now embroiled in a feud here in WCW. But Bob going scheduled anyway to go up against Gorgeous George here tonight in Davenport. At the Mark of the Quad Cities, that was the name of the arena.
This is going to be good.
The Mark of the Quad Cities. Sellout crowd here for Monday Nitro. I heard fire and explosions and pyrotechnics, but I don't see any. There's Gorgeous George.
And his opponent from Nebraska, weighing in at 231 pounds, Gorgeous George.
If you listen to After the Bell this week, you know this is a match I've wanted to see for quite some time, and it's almost time to start.
Fans here in Iowa, not behind Gorgeous George. He doesn't care. Look at the look of confidence in his eyes. He's like, who is this Cook character? You're just wasting my time. So this is the first WrestleMania with Vince McMahon not
This is a guy who always seeks
part
out
of
the
it.
highest level of competition, and I think he'll get it tonight.
The first WrestleMania with no McMahon part of it. Stephanie was there, but she's not part of it. Shane's long gone. But Vince, first one that he has not been a part of.
Gentlemen, you are looking at a man who is sick of the doubters, sick of being questioned about his potential.
Bob Cook with a good start, Russian leg sweep. Yeah, but Triple H isn't a McMahon though, really. He's a McMahon by marriage. And I don't consider Triple H a McMahon. I consider Triple H a man of integrity. Something that Vince McMahon never had. I can't speak on Stephanie or Shane's behalf on the integrity part. Triple H, that's why I don't consider him a McMahon.
He's able to kick out before two. He's still in this. He's going for it all.
He's no longer under the under the thumb of Vince. Gorgeous George diving elbow off the top rope there. Cook rolled out of the way, but then George reversed him. And Cooker walks him over to the rope. Snake Eyes. And Bob Cook using his boot. That's a Terry Funk boot. Terry gave those boots to Bob as a gift. Nut Splitter. Bob wears them in the ring for his matches. Loves those boots. And Gorgeous George has Cook out on the ring apron. And he's going to send him out. Slingshots him out to the floor.
He heads outside. Countouts legal in this match.
Oh, I agree, Godspeed. I agree. I agree 100%. We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see. It's only been a very short time. I tend to agree based on the premise alone. Time will tell, but I agree. I do believe it's going to be much, much better. I mean, you might actually have people being rewarded on the merits of their work.
Shot to the chest.
It'll be interesting to see how it goes moving forward, though. Over the next year or two will be a good tell in how it's going. But I agree with that. I think it's going to be 100% better with no Vince involved. Imagine for the people involved too, the people on the roster, not just the guys, but the men and women on the roster too. I mean, God, they must have had a huge sigh of relief not having to deal with Vince anymore. Look at Bob Cook with German suplex number 3 on Gorgeous George. Cooker trying to pull George away from the ropes, taking quite a long time. He's going to go for the pinfall. He's got the leg hook. The shoulders are down. And it's a 2 count. Gorgeous George kicked out. Cook can't believe it, but he should. He took a long time there to before he went for the pin.
He got whipped into the
Irish whips Gorgeous George. Wow, hard into the corner, and Cook followed it up with a boot to the face, and Gorgeous George, he just was knocked into next week. Cook with the cover, and Gorgeous George grabs the rope. Cook didn't see it. Couldn't figure out why the ref stopped counting. That just saved his ass, that move there. Cook's off the rope. Diving elbow missed. George rolled out of the way. That grab of the lower rope there saved the day for Gorgeous George because he was done. Goes for the scoop slam. Cook slips behind him. Running neck breaker, nicely done by the Cooker. There's the fist drop. Cook known for those powerful right hands. Fist drop right to the middle of the forehead, and he's going to throw the claw hold. Had to break it, but he goes for the pinfall, and he gets the victory. Bob Cook with a 3 count over Gorgeous George here on Monday Nitro. Here's your winner, Bad Bob Cook. And here comes Scott Hall. He's got a couple of words for Mr. Cook, and I told you these two have been going at it. Scott Hall's not happy. He has not yet beaten the Cooker in a match. Bob's beaten him twice. Bob said, I got the ring for a while. Why don't you step on in here? And apparently Mr. Hall turned him down. 2.5 stars, your official match rating. Bob Cook with the win over Gorgeous George. And then he invited Scott Hall into the ring. Scott came out to talk shit. He didn't come out to back anything up. And he quickly retreated back to the dressing room once Bob extended the invite. So that brings us to the intermission portion of the show. Let's take a look at what went down here on Monday Nitro so far. Eddie Guerrero got the win over the Blue Blazer, a win that the Blazer had locked up. He ripped defeat from the jaws of victory. Eddie Guerrero got the win there. Hollywood Hogan in his first appearance as the United States champion, non-title victory over Nick Bockwinkel, and Hogan just destroyed Bockwinkel. That wasn't even funny. The Outsiders got a victory, non-title match over the Red Army in their first appearance as the champions. Not a good one, as the Outsiders got a non-title match victory, and they will now get a shot at the gold at Halloween Havoc. As you just saw, Bob Cook with a very solid victory over Gorgeous George. Next up, we have the new World Heavyweight Champion in the house, Dusty Rhodes. He'll be battling the other Eddie Guerrero. Sting and Baron Von Raschke will continue their feud. Young Sting takes on John Cena. And in tonight's main event, the new Hardcore Champion Goldberg takes on the former champion X-Pac in a non-title affair. Tonight's second half of action brought to you by Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Use the link in the description below to get to fanatics.com and take advantage of one of the daily specials they have on their site. Every day they have something new going on there. You can get all of your favorite NHL, NCAA, NFL, and Major League Baseball apparel, merchandise, and memorabilia on fanatics.com by using the link in the description below. Speaking of apparel and merchandise, my new merchandise store is open at the top of the channel here. Just click on store and you'll see all kinds of merchandise from my book covers and the Tallinn Twisters, who are the fictional baseball team in my novel Twister Town. Pretty cool stuff there. All right. It's time to start the second half of action here. We have the new World Heavyweight Champion in the house, Dusty Rhodes, wearing the big gold belt for the first time. He'll be going up against Eddie Guerrero in the 1997 version. No title on the line here tonight. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to get the victory? I'm going with Dusty, although it's going to be a tough match. Eddie Guerrero looking to solidify a title shot down the road if he can get a non-title win here over the champ. Godspeed says that's what's going to happen. He's picking Eddie Guerrero to get the win. And here comes your brand new World Heavyweight Champion. He toppled Rey Mysterio at Super Brawl. And there he is.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Austin, Texas. Weighing in at 317 pounds. the World Heavyweight Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Making his first appearance with the title, Rey Mysterio was the World Heavyweight Champion for a very long time. Dusty Rhodes put an end to that reign at Super Brawl in a Falls Count Anywhere match. The American Dream showing off that brand spanking new title to the people here in Davenport, Iowa.
We are in for a treat tonight. The cocky young cruiserweight.
Former ECW star who has had unmatched success in WCW.
Eddie looking to secure a shot at that gold.
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 205 pounds, Eddie Guerrero.
The former WCW Cruiserweight and United States Champion, a man who has held the ECW television title. And above all, Eddie Guerrero doesn't care if he's liked. He's not sure if he ever will care.
He does not. He's only got one thing on his mind here tonight, and that is impressing the WCW Board of Governors so he can get himself a shot at that big gold belt come Halloween Havoc.
Eddie Guerrero always sporting that cocky look on his face, but to Guerrero's credit, he always backs it up inside the ring.
He may be a cruiserweight, but he can take on anyone.
Not a fan favorite here in Davenport. The mark of the Quad Cities. Sellout crowd. Booing Eddie. Loving up on Dusty. There he is, the new World Heavyweight Champion.
Eddie Guerrero has so many ways to defeat opponents, a great arsenal.
And Dusty's going to start things off with a jumping pile driver. Wow. Very emphatic beginning to the bout. Dusty Rhodes not wasting any time. DDT. Dusty wanting to show everybody he's going to be a fighting champion, somebody that everybody should be afraid of. Follows it with an arm breaker and goes for a quick cover. Only a 1 count.
He is going to take this match as long and as far as he needs to.
Big knife edge chop there by Guerrero. Dusty won't let him get inside though. There's a chop and a boot to the chest. ×3. Dusty stomping away on a fallen Eddie Guerrero. Eddie's off the ropes. Dusty went for the knee. Eddie got out of the way. Stopped short. Didn't want any part of that. Dusty Rhodes. Headlock. Punch to the face. Dusty's off to a very good start here. Atomic knee drop by the American Dream. He's going to go for the cover. Wow, Eddie Guerrero grabbed the lower rope. Referee didn't see it. He counted him out. Dusty Rhodes gets the win. Short appearance for the World Heavyweight Champion.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Eddie Guerrero's got to be not happy about that. Your brand new World Heavyweight Champion. His walk to the ring was longer than the match. Dusty Rhodes just threw an ass whooping on Eddie Guerrero. And the World Heavyweight Champion off to a good start in his title reign. Guerrero's not happy about that. 1-star match. I would agree with that. You can't blame Dusty, though. It wasn't his fault. He just went for the cover. Referee didn't see Eddie Guerrero grabbing the lower rope. Maybe he didn't count it anyway. You never know. Either way, Dusty Rhodes gets the quick and easy victory over Eddie Guerrero. Next up, this feud continues. We got Sting and Baron Von Raschke. They got together at Super Brawl. And the feud rages on. Sting and Baron Von Raschke. I'm going to go with Sting as my pick for victory. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to get the win? Wow, I'm still shocked there. That Dusty Rhodes match, that was that was pretty short. Eddie Guerrero never had a chance. Let's send it down to ringside here in Davenport and get your introductions.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from every man's nightmare. Weighing in at 284 pounds,
Sting!
Take a look at the talent and competition here. You can see exactly why the WWE Universe is so amped up for this one.
Sting and Baron Von Raschke, they've been going at it for a little while. Their feud has been mild. Nothing extreme about it yet. They squared off to open up Super Brawl. It was a pretty good match. Obviously, they didn't settle anything because they're still getting together here on Monday Nitro, and they have a scheduled match at the upcoming Halloween Havoc pay-per-view that will settle their differences once and for all. I wonder how many fans went to the bathroom and missed Dusty Rhodes' appearance altogether. That was short. That was an extremely short match. Sting and Baron Von Raschke. Don't forget, got the poll going on here on the page to decide what is going to be the next World Wrestling Federation pay-per-view event. You can take part in that voting right now. The three choices are Elimination Chamber, Fastlane, and Cyber Sunday. Hey, Jay. What's going on, man? Welcome. Thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well today. You just missed Dusty Rhodes in his first appearance as a World Heavyweight Champion. He had a match of about 45 seconds.
Weighing in at 265 pounds, Baron
Von Raschke. Dusty Rhodes, his entrance was longer than the match against Eddie Guerrero. That was embarrassing. Smoked him.
A man who always considers himself main event material, an uncrowned champion. He wants to show exactly why.
Here this feud rages on. Baron Von Raschke and the Stinger here in Davenport, Iowa, at the Mark of the Quad Cities sold-out crowd. A lot of them came to see Dusty Rhodes. I'm sure some of them missed his appearance. Eddie Guerrero's backstage meeting with the board of directors right now, I'm told. Very angry that he was counted down despite his hand being on the lower rope. Look at Von Raschke. Nice sidewalk slam there to start things off on Sting. Nice move. And he's going to go right for the Cobra Clutch. Stinger's not going to quit this early in the match, but it doesn't feel good. No matter what time of the match, you get the Camel Clutch applied. Couple of back elbows there by Sting, and this match has already been longer than the Dusty Rhodes match. Solid right hands by Sting. Reversal by Raschke. Elbow by the Stinger. Back and forth action between these two, just like at Super Brawl. A bitch slapped him. Von Raschke with the arm wringer. Right forearm to the face by Sting. Forced him to break the hold. Nice waistlock takedown there by the Stinger. And now Raschke with a reversal. These two going toe-to-toe. Raschke stomping all over Sting. Stinger caught that one. Nice reversal. Nice toe hold takedown there by Von Raschke. And he puts a Boston Crab on. But Sting had an arm under the rope. Referee forced Baron to break the hold one of the few times the officials actually step into the action to enforce something here in WCW. Several cranium busters and a boot rake across the face, and Von Reschke with a nice running, not a running, but a power bomb. Power slam on Sting.
Their opponent is all but helpless right
And look at Von Reschke. As this feud goes on, Baron Von Reschke has more and more taken the advantage in it. Several knees to the ribs there. And Sting is in a lot of trouble. Face plant hard into the mat. Baron's going to go for the cover. He's got the shoulders down. He's got the leg hooked. And he got a 3 count. Wow. Baron Von Reschke just put an ass kicking on Sting. As I was just saying, as this feud continues on, he is getting more and more ahead of Sting. Here is your winner, Baron Von Reschke. They're not going to shake hands. They're in the middle of a feud. That's right. Sting said, "Fuck you, man. Get away from me." But Baron Von Reschke, really a one-sided ass kicking on Sting there. Baron can't believe he wouldn't shake his hand. But he is taking over this feud as it continues on. And he's beating Sting like we've never seen anybody do before. 2 stars is your official match rating. Still better than the Dusty Rhodes match. And these two have a date at Halloween Havoc. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of action between them before we reach that point. All right, next up we have the young version of Sting going up against John Cena, who just joined WCW to round out their roster for a while. I'm not a John Cena fan, but I'm going to pick him to get the win over the young version of Sting. You know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to go with Sting. I'm going to go with Sting to get the victory. Not a fan of John Cena, but I do admire all the work he does with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He donates a ton of his time, and you can't take that away from him. Godspeed says Cena's going to get the win.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 271 pounds.
Sting!
I love how this person approaches their matches with dignity and honest respect for their opponents.
Oh, too bad this isn't a friendly
And a high level of energy.
And I don't think that attitude's going to do him any favors in there.
Look at the focus and drive in his eyes.
He seems like he Godspeed. He seems like he would be. I mean, he gives away a ton of his time for Make-A-Wish Foundation. I admire that. I didn't like any of the gimmicks he ever did in the ring. None of them. But as a human being, I have a lot of respect for him for everything that he does for the kids. Never liked any of his gimmicks. A devastating loss for Sting as Baron Von Reschke intensifies their feud to be settled at Halloween Havoc.
John Cena is a man who's always practiced what he preached. He embodies never give up and hustle, loyalty, respect.
Now, even his detractors have to admit Cena's dedication. He never gives anything less than his very best.
Oh, is he Godspeed? Yeah, that's cool.
He is the greatest WWE superstar in history.
He is not the greatest WWE superstar in history. What? Step away from the crack pipe, son. Good Lord.
Now, Cena's a guy who achieved success beyond anybody's wildest imagination.
Wow. And these people talking about Roman Reigns and his title reign. He's only defended the title 55 times, 56 times, as opposed to the hundreds San Martino and Backlund and Hogan did. All right, we got a young Sting taking on John Cena here at the Quad Cities. The mark of the Quad Cities in Davenport, Iowa. Devastating suplex there by Cena to start things off. And Sting looking up at the lights here at the mark. Cena's off to a pretty solid start. John hops up to the top rope, decides against it.
I'm sure Cena hopes to give an inspirational performance.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for John Cena as a human being. I just never liked any of his gimmicks. The thug and the... I just never liked him. You could have done a lot of things with him. But he's not the greatest superstar ever. Cena's hopping up to the top rope. Sting is down. Cena, diving leg drop right across the throat, and he's going to try and parlay it right into a victory. Grabbed the leg and got a 2 count. On the phone, Sting. Cena saying, "Get up, boy, I'm not done with you." There's some solid right hands to the side of the head.
Big match, John. And I think Cena's got more in store, too.
Cena Irish whip Sting hard into the corner. Follows him in and slams his head right into that top turnbuckle. Cena once again introducing Sting to that top turnbuckle. Placing him on the top rope. Cena's up on the second rope, arm drag off the top turnbuckle. He's going to try and turn it into a win. Leg is hooked, and it's a 2 count. Sting kicked out. Cena can't believe it. That really wasn't a finishing move, though. Cena went for an elbow and missed. Sting rolled right out of the way. Clothesline by the Stinger. That clobbered him. And he's going to toss Cena hard into the corner. Follows him in. Big splash of major proportions. Sting's going to go for the pin. 2.5.
How does anyone kick out at this point?
You would take John Cena over Ric Flair? Really, Godspeed? Wow. Sting looking to lock in the Scorpion Death Lock, and he's got it locked in. He's got it cinched in hard. Cena's upside down the back. Oh, look at Sting really cinching it down, but John Cena, not a muscle in his body, not maxed out, and he used that leg strength to get out of that one. Standing drop kick by Cena. He's going to try and get a win now. 1 count only. Rick didn't sell tickets. What are you talking about, Godspeed? He sold out arenas all over the Southeast. Oh, look at the move by Sting. Nicely done. He's got the ankles, and I couldn't hold it for the 3 count.
How is he still in this match? By the skin of his teeth.
Ric Flair sold out arenas all over the Southeast in the NWA prior to the WCW days. He sold tickets. Him and Dusty Rhodes. I can't wait till that Rival episode comes out of him and Dusty Rhodes. Well, no, not at that point. Not when Eric Bischoff came around. Before, pre-WCW, Ric Flair put asses in the seats. With his feuds with Harley Race and Dusty Rhodes. Big snap slam there by Sting. And he's going to go for the cover once again. Sting got the 3 count on John Cena. Let's not get crazy here. It's not going to change his career. Here's your winner, Sting. It's an impressive win. Can't take that away from him. It was a good match. And Cena's going to shake his hand. John Cena gets pinned by Sting and then shakes his hand. Good job, Mr. Cena. 2.5 stars is your official match rating. Sting gets the victory over John Cena. Yeah, Ric Flair didn't sell as many tickets during Eric Bischoff's WCW days. But back in the NWA days when he was feuding with Harley Race and Dusty Rhodes, he put plenty of asses in the seats. They sold plenty of tickets back then. Not so much in Eric's day because Rick was obviously past his prime. So was everybody in WCW at that point. But yeah, back in the day, and Flair was always awesome on the mic too. John Cena never. He was I would consider him average on the mic. All right, main event of the evening. Goldberg is your new hardcore champion. Took the title from X-Pac at Super Brawl. This is not a title match. X-Pac now has to prove himself worthy of a title shot to grab the belt back in a non-title bout, but X-Pac lost the title to The Rock and then won it right back from him, so he can do the same thing. Oh yeah, Godspeed, easily. NWA was way better than WCW. Yep, I agree. NWA just didn't have the deep pockets that WCW had, thanks to TBS. Feel the power of the Scorpion, John Cena. Victory for Sting against the Nation leader.
Scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 212 pounds, X-Pac.
X-Pac was the hardcore champion, lost to The Rock, lost the title, then beat The Rock in a non-title match, and then won the title back, only to lose the title to Goldberg. Now, can he get another non-title win to get another shot at the gold to regain it? We'll find out here tonight.
Superstar who was once told he couldn't cut the mustard in WCW, but has since proven that to be terribly wrong with multiple tag title and cruiserweight title wins.
Goldberg going to make his first appearance with the gold here in Davenport. Let's take a walk with him as he leaves the locker room and makes his way down to the squared circle. There he is. There's the brand new gold around his waist.
Gentlemen, I believe we are about to see a fight.
Oh, no. I'll do you one better. We're about to find out who's next. You are looking at the personification.
I always liked the NWA better than WCW. But, you know, they never had the financial backing that WCW did. And the NWA just kind of evolved into the WCW.
Weighing in at 270 pounds, the WCW Hardcore Champion, Goldberg!
Goldberg does not get paid by the hour. I don't expect this one to last.
We had 4 title changes at Super Brawl. All 4 of those champions made their first appearance with their new belt here tonight. So, 2 of them victorious so far, 1 of them not. Not a good start for the Red Army as the new tag team champions. Goldberg going to try and stay on the positive side of things here. Sellout crowd, Monday Nitro. Look at X-Pac trying to shake his hand. These 2 are in a feud, so this isn't the last they're going to see of each other. Goldberg wouldn't shake his hand, so X-Pac popped him right in the face. That cannot make Mr. Goldberg happy. And oh, he just threw X-Pac across the ring. Arm breaker by Goldberg. Yeah, I knew you'd say something about that, Gusby. Goldberg tossing X-Pac across the ring by his hair, or his head anyway. And Goldberg climbing on board, and look at the solid left hands. Right to the face. Now flailing away on X-Pac. Goldberg pump handle suplex on X-Pac. Goldberg's going to go for the cover. Only a 1 count. These 2 are in a feud over the gold, so this isn't a one and done. They are working their way toward a rematch at Halloween Havoc.
Goldberg races out of the gate at 100 miles an hour with hellacious fury. But
he
to
does.
maintain that intensity exerts an enormous amount of energy.
It does. There's a neck breaker by X-Pac out here on the floor of the Mark of the Quad Cities. The Mark of the Quad Cities in Davenport, Iowa, home of Seth Rollins. Hometown of Seth Rollins, anyway. And X-Pac pulls Goldberg off the second rope. He slams his head on the top turnbuckle. Throws up an elbow there to make sure that nothing else is coming his way. Goldberg, belly-to-belly suplex. That was devastating. Referee took a long time to get over there and count. Didn't even get a 1 count. Goldberg posing, not paying attention, and X-Pac takes advantage.
Can you believe this? I love it.
And he bitch slapped him in the back of the head.
Got him set up in the corner of the ring.
X-Pac went for the kick. Goldberg moved out of the way.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his
Goldberg, look at this.
Smooth transition.
Nice move.
to the ropes. Ooh, close call.
Moonsault off the top rope. X-Pac nailed Goldberg.
Stomping down.
Yeah, that should be a good match, Godspeed. I see a lot of back and forth action in that one for sure. Oh, he just kicked him in the nuts. X-Pac just nailed Goldberg in the nuts. Look at what he's going to do. He follows it up with the Bronco Buster. He kicks Goldberg in the nuts and he rubs his own in Goldberg's face. He's going to go for the cover, and Goldberg kicks out at 2.
Somehow, some way.
Title is not on the line. Boot to the midsection. Face plant from X-Pac. He's going for the victory. Shoulders are down. Leg is hooked. And Goldberg kicks out just before the 3 count. X-Pac can't believe it. He thought he had him there. And he was going for the camel clutch. Goldberg slipped out the back door. Neck breaker from the champion. Goldberg, several right hands right in the middle of the face of a fallen X-Pac. Knee to the spine. Jawbreaker reversal by X-Pac, nicely done. X-Pac using his feet very well here tonight. Nice suplex. Fast count.
This is where endurance becomes so important.
Flying shoulder tackle by Goldberg. He's going to go for the cover now. 1 count, X-Pac kicked out.
Shocked as everyone else, Cole, his opponent included.
This is going to be a good feud between these two. We're going to see this for a month leading up to Halloween Havoc in the rematch. Look at Goldberg. Forearms after forearms to the side of X-Pac's head.
Uh-oh, this is not...
Goldberg has him high above his head. Big power bomb there. That'll take the breath right out of you. Goldberg. Here it comes. Jackhammer. And a 3 count. Goldberg gets the win. 3 count over X-Pac. And he's victorious here tonight. Goldberg rides the jackhammer to victory. X-Pac put up a good fight, but he falls short here tonight.
Goldberg may be embarking on another legendary streak.
But we've not seen the last of these two. It was a good match. Goldberg victorious in his first match as the Hardcore Champion. 3 stars is your official match rating. And like I said, only the beginning between these two. Good main event here on Nitro. Let's take a look at what went down and how we got to where we are. Good match. Good matches here tonight. The Blue Blazer should have had a victory against Eddie Guerrero to start things off. He got cocky, and he ripped defeat out of the jaws of victory, and Eddie Guerrero got the 3 count. Hollywood Hogan made his first appearance as the United States Champion, and he dismantled Nick Bockwinkel. That one was not much of a match at all. The Red Army made their first appearance as the new tag team champions, and they lost to the Outsiders. So the Outsiders will now get a shot at the titles at Halloween Havoc. Couldn't have asked for a worse start. for the new tag team champions, the Red Army. Bob Cook had a real good victory over Gorgeous George. The new World Heavyweight Champion was here for a little bit, Dusty Rhodes. He smoked Eddie Guerrero, beat him in less than 2 minutes. To Eddie's defense, he did have his hand on the rope when he was counted out, and he will be complaining to the WCW Board of Directors about that. Baron Von Raschke got a win over Sting. The longer this feud goes on, the further Baron is setting himself apart over Sting. Kind of surprising how this feud has kind of turned around. It started out as all Sting, and Baron's been on a heater as of late. A young Sting got a good victory over John Cena. That was a pretty good match. And in the main event, as you just saw, Goldberg victorious over X-Pac. This feud just getting underway. It's going to be a good one as they battle for the WCW Hardcore Championship. This recap for today's action brought to you by Godlike Hosting. Premium game hosting, offering high performance, minimal ping, and improved protection. They specialize in Minecraft and Grand Theft Auto. They have over 30 servers. They host for over 30 games. Tons of servers for you to use. And if you want to give them a shot, if you're looking for a good server or hosting company, use the link in the description below. Godlike Hosting, you'll get a free trial. All right, X-Pac meets Annihilation against the new hardcore champion Goldberg. A full throttle start to a showdown at Halloween Havoc. Nicely done, Jay. All right, let's see. So let's bump the calendar up to World Wrestling Federation action. That will be tomorrow night's live stream, 6:30 tomorrow night. WWF Championship Wrestling from Madison Square Garden. That's what will be on tap tomorrow at 6:30. Let's take a look at what the card shows. Superstar Billy Graham against Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. That'll be good. Repo Man squares off against Sergeant Slaughter. This match is not going to happen. Anytime you hook up two guys in a feud on a tag team, the game crashes, so I'll be fixing that. The Killer Bees will be taking on somebody. Mr. T squares off against Pat Patterson. Bruno Sammartino, he'll go up against the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Cowboy Bob Orton squares off against The Undertaker. Bob Backlund's in the house, going up against King Kong Bundy. Non-title match there. Bundy is your new WWF champion after dethroning Bob. And Doink the Clown in the main event, taking on Intercontinental champion Tito Santana in a non-title match. That should be pretty good. All right, like I said before, just a reminder, my store, my merchandise store is now open. You can get to it at the top of the channel here, top of the page, by clicking on the store link. Lots of Talon Twisters merchandise from my Twister Town novel and some other book cover stuff on there. I'll be adding a bunch of stuff to that over the next several days. But for the next 2 weeks, to celebrate the opening of the store, good Lord, excuse me, 15% off of all purchases made at the store. So make sure you jump on that and get all of your Talon Twister merchandise, plus any of my book covers that you may like. Now, let's see. Tomorrow night, 6:30 is the stream. Make sure you hit the join button on the channel. Learn how to become a member of Scott Stevens Gaming. All kinds of perks that come along with that. Oh, and don't forget, currently a poll up on the channel here to determine the next pay-per-view for the World Wrestling Federation, Fastlane Elimination Chamber or Cyber Sunday. That will be held the week before Halloween Havoc. We didn't look and see news. I've been forgetting about that lately. Well, mainly because the news is usually pretty stupid. So let's see. Nothing. Yeah, see, 8 things. 2 tag teams are in a feud, and now it takes 8 items to get that across. That's why I really don't look at the news anymore. All right. Well, anyway, tomorrow night, 6:30. There you have WWF Championship Wrestling from Madison Square Garden. You can see the feuds currently going on in the World Wrestling Federation. Andre the Giant, he's the WWF U.S. champion. Him and Ricky Steamboat are in a feud. Roddy Piper and Mr. T. And Intercontinental champion Tito Santana is in a feud with Greg the Hammer Valentine. That is tomorrow's live stream, 6:30. If you saw anything you like, make sure you drop a like down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's a good time to take care of that. Once you body slam that sub button, make sure you hit the bell icon next to it to turn on all of your notifications so you don't miss out on anything. I have fresh content every single day on the channel, and I go live 5 times a week. Thank you, Godspeed, for joining. You have a good night yourself. One more night at WrestleMania for Godspeed. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Jay, for stopping in. I appreciate you and your headlines. Thank you, Bonnie, for stopping in. And thank you, everyone else who stopped in along the way. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you tomorrow night at 6:30 for WWF Championship Wrestling from Madison Square Garden. Tomorrow night at 6:30. Hope to see you then. Have a fantastic evening. Have a great day tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow night. Thanks for joining today. I'll see you tomorrow.